So as I've told you, we have a circle whose equation is x square plus y square equal to a square. This is going to be x axis and this is going to be y axis, and this is to be your positive quadrant. So we have identified the figure. Now we are going to get the limit from the obtained figure or the identified figure. The procedure is hereafter. To get the limits, we are going to consider a strip. We are going to consider a strip in the segment that is given in the problem. The segment that is defined in the problem is the first quadrant. So we are supposed to consider a strip. The strip can be either vertical or horizontal. Consider a strip in the given region such that the strip can be either a vertical strip or a horizontal strip. If I am going to consider a vertical strip, then strip will be allowed to move horizontally along the x-axis. If I am going to consider a horizontal strip, then that will be made to move vertically along y-axis. However I do so, we'll get the same answer at the end. So we see, if I am going to consider a vertical strip, the strip will be made to move horizontally along x-axis. If the strip is going to be horizontal, it will be allowed to move vertically along y-axis. So let us consider a strip. Step 1, we have drawn the figure with respect to the given equation. Step 2, we are going to consider a strip. So let me consider a vertical strip. Vertical strip in the given region such that the strip is made to move from the origin to the end point. Okay? The strip is made to move from the initial point to the final point such that this movement is going to give us one of the limit. So when the strip is going to be at the origin, we find as the strip moves horizontally, it moves along x-axis. Therefore, it is going to give the value of x. So when the strip is going to be at the origin, at the initial point, the value of x is equal to 0. Then the strip moves to the end. When it strikes the end, what could be the value of x? So you see, this is a circle where the value here is said to be a, which is said to be the radius of the circle. So here the end point is found to be x is equal to a. So when the strip moves to the end, strikes the end, the value of x is found to be a. From here we come to know the movement of the string is going to give us one of the limit of x. One of the limit. That is the limits of x. So to evaluate this integral, we are supposed to find two limits. One is when the limits are known, we know how to evaluate the integral. The limits for the function x and y. X and y are the defined function. The derivative function are dx and dy. So we are supposed to get the limits for x as well y. So the only hint or the constraint given to us is an equation. The equation is nothing but equation of a circle. So we have drawn a circle for which the given region is a positive quadrant, found to be the first quadrant. Therefore, to get the limits, we are going to consider a strip. This is the procedure. Consider the strip in the defined region and allow the strip to move. If I consider a vertical strip, let the strip moves along x-axis, moving horizontally. If I am going to consider, suppose, a horizontal strip, I am allowed to consider even the horizontal strip, then that will be made to move vertically along y-axis. So let me say, consider a vertical strip and made to move horizontally along x-axis. When the strip is at the origin, the value of x is 0. When it moves horizontally, it is going to give the value of x. When it's at the initial point, it gives the value of x is equal to 0. When it reaches the end, we know the radius is a, where x is equal to a. So when the strip strikes the end, we find value of x is equal to a. Therefore, we come to know by moving the strip, it is going to give the value of x that is found to be one of the limit of a function which gives the limits of x.